Welcome back to Letters from Jackie, the private thoughts of Jackie Robinson. I'm your host, Curtis Granderson. In the spring of 1957, exactly 1 decade after Jackie Robinson first broke the Major League Baseball color barrier, the game would have to move on without him, as the Dodger legend had called it quits earlier that year. His impact was unmistakable, as all but 2 MLB teams now had African-American players on their roster. In our national pastime, integration was well underway, and as for the rest of society, the civil rights movement was gaining momentum. At the forefront was a recently retired ball player whose powerful words, found in his personal letters, spoke volumes about his continued pursuit for equality.
Dear Reverend King, I consented with pleasure to become the national chairman of the 1957 NAACP Freedom Fund campaign because I believe in the progress of the American way of life.
At that point, the NAACP was the primary advocacy group for the African American community.
I respect Dr. Martin Luther King more than any other man that I know in the civil rights field. So I am here to help follow the leadership of a man, as I say, that I respect, an organization that has done a fantastic job in promoting brotherhood.
Jackie would continue his role as a social activist, even as he accepted an executive position with Chock full of nuts.
He was going to be vice president for personnel. Chock full of nuts, and Chock full of nuts' workforce was predominantly black. He felt very much that it was his responsibility to use his public image to continue to advance equality. So he built into his contract with Chock full of nuts that he would be a national fundraiser for the NAACP.
Robinson could not have handled both endeavors without the unwavering support of his progressive-thinking new boss at Chock full of nuts.
William Black was a philanthropist and a successful entrepreneur. He also was a liberal Democrat who believed that Jackie deserved a chance to break barriers in business.
Things have really happened for me since leaving the game, and I'm very happy about everything. My work is enjoyable, and I work for one of the nicest guys you would want to meet. Sincerely, Jackie.
It seemed odd because, I used to get letters with stationery that said Jackie Robinson on it, and now it's Chock full of nuts.
My job really kept me on the go, and I will certainly be happy when I have really learned all there is to know about the job of personnel director. It has really been an interesting experience, and I'm sure it will continue the same way.
Robinson relished his newfound role in the business world, but in no way did it slow down his fight against injustice, for Jackie continued to be a prolific writer.
We have a real fight on civil rights ahead of us, and it appears we still have some forces to lick. I'm still very disappointed in the Democrats and hope we can get some kind of stand.
Robinson's issues with the Democrats stemmed from what he perceived to be a lack of support for certain civil rights issues, and instead, he committed to the Republican Party, putting him at odds with some who were very close to him.
Jackie was a Republican, and my dad was a big Democrat. And as much as he loved my dad, there was always this little friction because he was a Republican. Then we'd meet Jackie, and he would bring up some things that Jackie might have said, and they'd argue those things a little bit. They had some very interesting conversations.
But beyond the platforms of political parties, Jackie remained steadfast with his single-minded agenda, and it came through clearly in his words.
I sincerely hope you understand I'm not being critical, but ask that you examine what you have done to ensure the rights of all our citizens, and then try to understand that the reason we have to push is so many well-meaning people yell when we make an effort to improve our position, but never do anything when they see Americans discriminated against. Sincerely, Jackie Robinson.